Jurgen's just said that to him that performance by Liverpool felt like a defeat. I guess you'd say the opposite about your performance. You felt like a victory.
No. I felt like a draw. And if you ask me if I deserve something more, I think our players deserve something more from the game than just 1 point. I know that Liverpool, more second half than the first, they had more control of the game. But I think that our organization, our great first half, the way we blocked almost everything from them. Of course, you know that they have the individual quality to decide in some moments and create the spaces and the moments for them to create chances, if I can say. But in terms of organization, our first half was almost perfect. The way we started the game, the intensity that we played first half was really good, and I have to start to congratulate our players and our fans as well. Great atmosphere in our stadium as well, and our players. Because to play like we played against Liverpool first half, in some moments with 30-40 meters behind us, you know the way they attack the space, how they are aggressive when they attack the space, and we controlled really well all that moments. And after in some moments on the ball, we did really well as well under our plan. We match them, and you know that they are not just really good on the ball. Without the ball, they are really aggressive. They are one of the teams that can put more aggressiveness in the right way, of course, without the ball. And I think we match them from the first until the last minute of the match. And they did really well, of course, because that I said that maybe our players, they deserve something more from the game than just 1 point. Okay, but this 1 point I think was a good performance from ourselves, and we have to go again.
The crowd was singing Mitro's on fire. The way that he dealt with one of the best defenses in Europe, what does that say to those people who doubt he can perform at the top level?
For me, it's not important what people talk about him or about some of the other players. For me, it's important what I'm working with them. I'm here to take the best of my players since I arrived in this football club, and this is my job to do it. I'm saying every time to you, when week in, week out come this question for me about Mitro in Premier League, what will happen. We have to keep playing our way, keep providing for him the chances. In the box you'll score, if you provide for him good chances in the box you'll score, but I'll repeat again something that I said last season maybe 20 times. Mitro is not just a goal scorer for us. He did an unbelievable job this afternoon without the ball. Unbelievable. The way he pressed, the way he helped the midfielders, the way in some moments he helped the back line as well. Of course, it's fantastic for me to see, even with that work he did, 70 minutes of the game, he can take the ball and run 30-40 meters and win a penalty like he won. That is fantastic. He deserved really the 2 goals, the good performance that he put on the pitch, and I'm really pleased for him because he deserved it.
You brought in Shane Duffy on loan quite a few minutes today, but he's still desperate for a central defender, I guess.
Yes, we have to put more some numbers in, not just a central defender. Some more players, they have to come. The market is still open. It's being difficult for us, like for all other teams as well. This week we have signed 2 Premier League experienced players, Bern and Shane. They will give us different things, but of course we have to keep doing our job because it's more to come, definitely, because we need.
Thank you, Gary. Dan King.
Marco, your team were better in every department. A lot of players gave good performance, but your 2 new guys today, Palinha and Pereira, I thought were outstanding. What did you think of their performances?
Very good debut for João. João, the next few games, next few weeks, months, will give more and more. He has to adapt. He already showed his quality, how he can adapt almost the perfect football that is Premier League for him. But he will adapt more because in some moments the decision has to be faster at this level. Premier League is like that. You have to decide and to think faster, and you will get it for sure with more games, with more training sessions. And he did really well, like Andres, as he said. I think that our 3 midfielders plus Mitrovic, they did a fantastic job without the ball. Of course, I have to talk about the wingers as well, the fantastic job they did. But to answer direct to you, of course, for João was his debut in Premier League and was important. For Andreas, he knows everything about Premier League, but of course was an important debut for him with the Fulham shirt in official match.
Yeah, hi Marco. Obviously it's a very long season. If you lose an opening game like this to a side like Liverpool heavily, it can set the tone for the season. So how important was it to provide a bit of momentum, a little bit of foundation for the next few games to start so well?
It's important because we came from a great season, and you can feel it in our stadium. From the first day I arrived in this football club, I asked our fans to try to play always with us, to be always the 12th player on the pitch, and they did it in a fantastic way this afternoon. Of course, they helped the team. The team, I think the way we played, we pushed them as well to be always behind us. But I agree with you, it's always important to start with a good result. With the 3 points could be much better, but with a good result, with a good performance, but more than that, with the right attitude, commitment and desire. And I think we showed all these three things from the first until the last minute of the game.
Peter Rotzler.
Marco, you said before the game you didn't really want to change the style to play in the same way. Does playing like this against Liverpool, getting the result against Liverpool, give belief not just to the players and fans that the same style can work, but also to some individuals who probably doubted about playing Premier League? You mentioned Mitrovic and all those other questions, but does that almost reinstate somebody?
I know Premier League. Premier League for me, and you all know as well, is the best competition in the world, the most difficult competition in the world as well. But if you have quality to play in at high level, we are always talking about Mitro. Mitro is a top scorer of his national team, and national team don't play just against championship clubs. They play against the best national teams in the world as well. He will be in the World Cup. He was decisive in the qualifications as well, and unfortunately against Portugal. But he was the decisive player as well. For me, in some questions, that doesn't make sense. You have to take the best from your players. Mitro has his own profile. It's up to us to deliver and to take the best from him. Of course, in some games he'll score, like he scored this afternoon, and the others probably will not score, but he has to do the other part of the game as well. But of course, Peter will give us the trust. Even if inside this football club we really believe in ourselves, we trust in ourselves, in our process, in our philosophy as well. Of course, the way we started against a top team that played Champions League last season, won 2 trophies, fought until the last minute of the season to be champion. What they did last week against the champion of this country show how they are ready, and we match them. That is the main thing for us, and we have to show on the pitch that we are there. Some moments we win, the other moments no. Some moments we perform really well, the other moments no. But our players, they know the work we are doing and the trust that we have in all of us, and we have to keep going.
Peter, last one, and then I'm going to move on to other people because we're running on. So one more question.
On Alex, was there anything you talked about his work on the ball? For a game like this today, was there anything specific you wanted him to do without the ball? Was that something you've worked on in the summer? Because obviously it is the Premier League is different. But playing against Liverpool, you mentioned he was running, was pressing very hard. Was there any specific movements you wanted from him today? Was there anything you wanted that was different from him that we haven't seen before?
It is different, of course. Talking about Mitro, yeah, it's different. In some moments, we knew the way that Liverpool will build their attacks. Of course, in most all the goal kicks, we try to be really aggressive in that moment. Some moments we have to keep a little bit more the shape, and I think in our first moment, him and Andreas, they did it really well. Of course, seeing Mitrovic with all that energy, with the ball, without the ball, for me, it doesn't need to show, but gives him the confidence that he can play at high intensity every single minute of the match, and will give more conditions for him to do next week and next week as well. And I'm really pleased for it. Of course, each game we ask them different things in terms of strategy as well. But the way we faced Liverpool in our first moment with our 4-4-2, with Andreas more close to him, and of course in some moments has to be him alone when they beat the pressure, and did really well.
Okay, we're going to have a last couple here. We're going to go to Sonia first and then Ian Baker. Sonia.
Hi Marco.
Nice.
How do you go about making sure that you maintain the momentum from this game and like such a big home victory into a Wolves away next week?
Different game will be a different story, as you know. What I can promise you is that we'll work in the same way during the week. We'll plan a game, we'll prepare a game in the same way. Will not be anything different than this week. And after will be all the others in the same way. And some games will be pleased the way we will perform, the result we get. In the other moments we have to learn from other situations as well, because it's a good example. We have to learn from the moment we conceded 2 goals this afternoon, even the quality. I think the first goal they scored is a good build-up from them, the way they play between the lines and after they cross. But in the last moment we should do completely different. The second goal we have to do something completely different as well to control that type of situations. And again, we are pleased with the performance, things to improve, things to show the players for them to improve, for the next game to don't happen again. And we will be like that. The next game will be a different story, but we want to be there and to match Wolves like we did this afternoon.
Final question, Ian.
Mark, a lot's been made of Mitrovic, his goal scoring record in the Premier League. Over the summer, have you had to kind of take him aside, give him that pep talk, make him confident in himself, or is he already enough of a confident character just to kind of deal with it and cope with it himself?
Last month and 6 weeks already, now from the beginning of July when we started the pre-season, I haven't spoken once with Mitrovic about it. Our focus is completely different things. Is our plan, is our philosophy, is what we should do in each moment of the game as well. As last season, the games will be a consequence from our performance and the way we deliver for him, and the results will be a consequence from our performance as well. It's not. No one is here with the full focus in scoring goals or not conceding goals. Will be always a collective thing, much more than an individual thing.
Okay, guys, thank you.
Okay, thank you.